Hello again. I talked in the last few videos about awareness, and I want to talk a little more about it on a different vein. I want to talk a little bit about purpose and awareness. I think all of us want a purpose for our lives. That's a big thing. It's almost like, what do you do in life? Your job, your hobby. What are you known for? What are you special for? I think we all want to be special, and we all want to have a purpose. And so that drives us quite a bit. And it keeps us in sort of a becoming mode. Like, I want to become something better or something different or someone who's noticed, someone who's special, like I said. Now, it can be a nagging thing in the gut, make you feel like you're not enough. It's possible you can feel like that you have no purpose. And that can lead to depression, actually. There's an area in awareness that is a very, it's kind of intricate to talk about. All these things are very intricate, it seems. So I'm going to attempt to talk about this purpose around awareness. If we narrow our lives way down, take them way down, to just here right now, if the mind can stand that. The mind has got to have something busy going on and active and crazy and fun or exciting or interesting or a problem to solve. It's just the nature of the mind. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that it can lead to chaos. The mind can lead to chaos. So purpose can be scaled way down to something that I call being here with what is. In other words, what if just having your coffee in the morning, or just sitting here talking to you, or just being where I am with whatever I'm doing, what if that's my only purpose? Wouldn't that be funny? To think that something big has got to be my purpose, something gigantic, some big project, has got to be my purpose, it's very unfortunate that most of us actually feel that way. But to think that our real purpose is just to be aware, to learn to be aware of here, right now, of the simplicity of having that coffee, or the simplicity of my just talking to you. My God, wouldn't that be a relief to know that we don't have to do something huge, that we can just be little old me right here doing this and not having any expectations around something bigger, more special? If we could just come back to that place. And I think that's where we live when we're children. I think when we're children, we just playing with blocks when we're real little. And then we get a little older, playing a board game with a friend, just skipping. I remember I used to step on a crack and break my mother's back. Well, we just hung out. And it was very relaxed and a wonderful world to live in. Not always, childhood can be hectic, but I mean, when I'm saying that there was no driving sense of I had to be doing something huge in order to be noticed, in order to be special. I just lived from day to day, just did little things and had fun, enjoyed my life. And I think that we tend to live in our past, when I say that, I mean we tend to think, oh, back when I was this or did that, and I could have, and I should have, and why didn't I? That's the past. Or we tend to live in the future, like someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that, and I know that one day this will happen, this special thing will be the case. And we're always stretched into the future, or digging up the past. And what happens to right now, right here? What happens to this little entity, this little being that's lost, futuring or pasting? What happens to just the simplicity of now? It's destroyed. It's wrecked. It isn't noticed, and it's the most important thing of all. And we talk about enlightenment. We talk about awareness. We talk about all the grand things, waking up, all that, and we miss the point. We miss the point of the simplicity of little old me, little old ordinary me right here talking to you and enjoying it. And hopefully you're enjoying listening to this. Oh my gosh, it's too simple. It's actually too simple for the mind to grasp, because the mind has been fed full of stuff to do and activities and interests. It's almost like having a TV on inside your head. Honestly, it is. Jumping from one soap opera to another soap opera and not turning off the set and having quiet. And you know, when you're here now and you're having a purposeful here now, it isn't a bad thing. It isn't a sad thing. It isn't a boring thing. It's filled with color. It's filled with sense and texture. It's filled with a very special feeling of almost a tactile feeling of me-ness, of, you know, this intimacy with myself. You know, when you're distracted and going into the future and going into the past, you lose the intimacy and the simplicity of the very ordinary little you. That is the original face. You know, the teachers call this the original face. It's the essence of the little you, of the simplicity of that original awareness that was born, that wasn't complicated, that wasn't wrapped around with a lot of stuff. I often think of the center of the cyclone. You know, the cyclone whirls and it's just outrageous. You know, remember the Wizard of Oz, it whirls around. But in the center of that cyclone, there's this space that's totally silent. In fact, they fly into the center of cyclones or tornadoes. I guess they're the same thing, but they fly into the center of these huge storms, and at the eye of it, it's totally quiet, totally calm. And I have a feeling that that's where we can be. We can be with more calmness. Now, I will admit, totally, that I do not live in this space all the time. As you can probably tell from my videos, if you've watched any of them, I'm a rather hyper person. I talk fast, I move fast. I guess I would be considered kind of an A personality. And all my reading and study through the years of being on the spiritual path, you know, I've done the meditation. I've tried to. I'm not real good at that, by the way. For those of you who meditate, it doesn't work real well for me. But I understand, and understanding is only part of it, but I feel the value of this. And I'm trying to express those feelings. How valuable it is for us to slow down and be with some, and love this purposeful little you who doesn't have to do anything. To fall in love with that little purposeful individual who's just sitting there having that cup of coffee and don't have to do anything. Sure, you have to go to work, true, and sure you have to do your job, you know, wherever it is, the house, the work, wherever. Sure, you have to do those things, but to do them in little increments of now. Because everything that happens, everything that happened in the past and everything that will happen in the future is happening in what has been called the now. It's just like a continual nowness. And if we just lose consciousness and awareness of that continuous nowness, we're losing our life. We're losing our life. We're living our life and we're really not conscious of our life. We're not tasting it thoroughly. You know, like a piece of chocolate melting in your mouth. That's what your life is when you live it in the moment, in the nowness. And my God, there's so much love there. I mean, there's affection there. There's affectionate awareness in now. Well, I'll talk more about this later. You know, these things come to my mind and I start talking, so here I am. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.